I'm just going to go through a quick pre-race brief for our Tenderfoot series of races that's going on this weekend at Meadows State Park. We're going to release this video on Friday afternoon, so hopefully you're watching it and you will get all the information you need to know before you show up on race day. So the race on Saturday we have going on at Meadows State Park. We have a 5K and a 10K. They kick off at 9, and then followed by that we have a Tenderfoot Adventure Race, which is a 3-hour race for families, and then we have a 4-hour race for an adventure category. The location is Meadows State Park. Thank you for hosting our event there. I also want to thank our sponsors for this weekend. That is the Running Store, Good To Go Bars, U-Sweet, and Mountain Khakis. All the events that are going on this weekend are part of the Virginia Off-Road Adventure Series. You can earn points in any of the races that you do this weekend towards that series. There's a whole host of races that are going on through Virginia State Parks throughout the year, and you can accumulate points as you go and do any of these events. Our Shenandoah Tenderfoot and our Aqua Blaze, which are going on in April 14th and 15th, are also part of that series, so check that out. Weather for this weekend, it's actually going to hold off as far as rain, it looks like, but it's going to be windy. Temperatures are going to be around, I've got high as being 44, low as 32 in the evening, so it will be chilly. Make sure you all dress appropriately if you're coming out for the run or the Tenderfoot race. Some kind of windbreaker. It's not necessarily shorts and t-shirts weather at this time of year right now, although it sometimes feels like it's getting that way. Okay, so the schedule for the day. The gates for Meadows will open at 7:30. If you show up before that, you may not be able to get into the park. So 7:30, don't show up any than that. You can show up at 7:30 and we'll get you in. You can come and pre-run the 5K and 10K course between 7:30 and 8:45. We will have that marked, so you can go and run around that particular course. 9 o'clock is the start for the 5K and the 10K. 11 o'clock, our Tenderfoot race starts. So originally, very early on, we had that starting at 10 a.m. It is now 11 a.m., so make sure that you're there ready to go by 11 a.m. For the Tenderfoot races, we also do a pre-race brief. We're going to do that about 15 minutes before the start. You're also going to need to get your bikes ready and equipment ready and some other stuff, which I'll cover in a little bit. So do not show up right at 11 o'clock because you'll miss the start of the race. Our Tenderfoot family race is going to be finishing at 2, and our adventure class Tenderfoot, you will be finishing at 3 in the afternoon. So the location for the event, when you come, you will be coming up Route 17. You will be going to the Turner Pond entrance. This is different from the main state park entrance. If you're heading north up Route 17, it's past the entrance. And if you're coming down south on 17, you'll hit the Turner Pond entrance before you get to the main park entrance. So we'll have a flag out on Route 17, so look out for that, and that's where you want to turn in. Watch your speed on Route 17. It's a super straight road, and it's actually only 45 miles an hour on there, and they do have speed tracks. So be careful, don't start your morning or you'll ruin your end of your day by getting caught speeding on that road. Parking. So as you turn into Turner Pond, there is kind of limited parking in there. We will have staff helping you or directing you where to go and park. So as you come in, the rangers from the park will be greeting you, and they will be giving you a hang tag for your car. So you need to have that in your car that shows that you can park there. That hang tag is good for the day. So you can leave the Turner Pond entrance, you can go around to the main park entrance, park in there, and that's good for the day. And then also, as part of this event, every single participant will get a parking pass, and they're worth $5 that they can use anytime in the 2018 season. So that's a great deal. If you come out and do our event, that's a bit of an added bonus you'll get. So once you're parked, head up the hill. We'll have some directions. You're going to kind of park next to Turner Pond in a kind of a grass field. Follow the signs for registration and packet pickup. They are kind of up a little bit of a hill behind some sheds, and we'll have it all signposted. Just follow the arrows, go up there. Porta potties, they're going to be located down by Turner Pond, so you'll see them as you're parking. We do not have any bathrooms up by the start and finish area. It's literally less than 200 yards up the hill. So if you want to use a bathroom, make sure you use them down at the bottom of the hill before you head up the hill. Parking will be tight, so if you can, carpool. And we do have these different races going on at different times. So if you are coming and going for the run, be on the lookout for the Adventure Race crowd. And if you're in the Adventure Race crowd, just look out for the 5K and take-in participants as they're leaving. Okay, so runners, during packet pickup, you will come and you will get your bib. Your bib looks like this, and it has our timing chip on the back. When you put your bibs on, they need to be worn on your front, somewhere around your belly button. You can wear them on your shorts down here. They do need to be visible, and if they're covered over with too many clothes, we won't be able to get your chip scan off it either for timing. So make sure that we can see it and it's not covered up. Don't put it on your back, because as you cross the finish line, we can't necessarily see what number you're going to be. You'll also get your hat as you come and do your pickup. So you'll get your hat and our t-shirts. For our trail runners, if you bought the t-shirts, these are our super cool t-shirts that you'll get if you're doing the trail running and you purchase one of them. You'll get all of that stuff during registration. So 9 o'clock, line up. We'll have announcements. We'll kick you off. So the route for the particular run is going to be a 1 loop for the 5K and 2 loop for the 10K. As the 10K loop, you'll be coming back through the start and finish area. Just follow the directions for where you're going. You're going to lap through and start your second loop. We have an aid station at 1.5 miles, so you'll hit that twice if you're the 10K, once on the 5K. We'll also have an aid station at the start and finish area, so as you're coming through doing the 10K, you can replenish your supplies and water there. Our course will be marked with blue arrows on cones. It generally follows, there's a fixed 5K course out at Sky Meadows State Park. So we're generally following that. There's a couple of tweaks we've made to make it a nice loop rather than a little bit of an out and back. So be aware, follow the arrows, but for the most part it does follow the existing fixed course out there. Once you finish, we'll have live results for you. We do something called rolling awards, especially when it's chilly in the winter. You can come up, get your results almost immediately, and we'll give you, if you finish in first, second, or third in your age group, we will have a prize for you. And for this particular race, our top 3 fastest, male and female overall in the 5K and 10K, will be getting gift cards from the running store. So thank you, running store, for giving that. We'll have a snack station available after, so you can go and refuel there. And once you've finished up doing your run, hang around. We do have the adventure race that's going to be kicking off at 11 o'clock, so you can stick around for that. We are hoping it's going to be super windy actually this weekend, so we may or may not have our arch up. So as you come up to the field, we'll definitely, all the start and finish area, we'll have trailers there. We may just have flags marking our start and finish line, but it'll be pretty obvious where you guys are going. That's it for our runners. So if you're just running, you can check out, turn off now, and we're going to start talking about what our adventure race crowd is going to do. It's a little bit more involved, especially if you're coming out and doing this for the first time. We want to make sure that you know exactly what you are going to be doing. So with our adventure race, when you arrive at the park, of course you're going to have a bike, helmet, you're supposed to have a hydration pack. There's some very basic things that we need you to bring, and they're on our mandatory gear list. Make sure when you unload from your car, you bring all that stuff up with you to the start and finish line. We'll have a big area up, it's in a very large field. We'll have that set up with we'll have a flag that says transition. Just go and drop all your bikes there. You can stage everything if you're in a team, put them all together, and then come on over and head up and get your race packet. So this is a sample of what you guys will be getting for your race packet. Everyone will get a bit. So anyone who's racing solo starts with the number 500. 2-person teams start with 200. 3-person teams start with 300. Every person on the team should wear a bib. You guys can wear them on your front or on your pack, somewhere on your body. Don't put them on your bikes, because you're going to drop your bikes at some point, and we just want to make sure that we can see that you guys are all together and you're on the team all at the same time. Also in your packet, you will get your map. This is a double-sided map, and we're going to look at this in a second. It's got 2 sides, both leg 1 and leg 2. And you're also going to get in your packet something called the rules of travel and our general rules, and we'll go over that as well in a second. And then you all guys get a buff. Anyone who's doing our adventure race, you get a buff to take home. And you will also get, this is an e-punch. This is like a little credit card, and I'm going to show you guys how to use this, and this is what you're going to use out on the course. You will also, if you purchase the shirt, these will be in your packs. These are our super cool Adventure Racer shirts. So if you purchased one of them, we'll have that. If you've not purchased one of them, you can actually jump back into your registration on Run Sign Up. These are $10 if you want one. They're super nice, tri-blend, pretty cool. So that's what you get in your packet. So if you guys are doing this adventure race for the first time, what is the goal, right? The goal is to collect as many checkpoints as possible out on the course, following those rules of travel and the map in the right amount of time. So that's pretty simple. The people who win are the people who collect the most checkpoints, and if there's people who have teams who have the same amount of checkpoints, it's the people who collect it that amount of points the fastest, and we figure all that out, and that's how we determine who's going to win. So how do we know where you've been and what you've done? So we use what's called our e-punch system. So that is what this stuff is right here. So out on the course, you are actually looking for a flag that looks like this, and each flag has a punch that looks like this. All of you, each team, will have a little e-punch. When you find the flag, you simply take your little card and you rest it over. There's a little hole with a white circle. Put it over there, it beeps, move on to the next checkpoint. So that's how you collect your checkpoints, and you hold on to this stays at the checkpoint. So how do you know where all these are and what you've got to do? So this is, I'm going to pull up right now the map and the rules of travel that you guys will actually be following. So the first thing you're going to get, the way this course is set up, is there's two sections, there's two legs. The first leg is you have to clear as many points as possible on the west side of Route 17. So the west side is the location where we're going to be parking and the start and finish line is. So once we say go, you'll be starting on bikes, and you will collect as many points as possible on the west side of Route 17. So on your map, that is what your map looks like. I think we have 8 checkpoints on that side. So you can take any route you want, you can take any trail you want. You must stay on trails for this particular race and go and collect as many points as possible in any order. So the only real rule is there's a couple of points that you're not allowed to get to on bike, and the only place you can drop your bike is in an area called Bike Drop 1. Someone will be there, you'll ride your bike over to that point, you'll punch in, drop your bike, and you can then go and collect. There's actually 3 points on this side that you can only collect on foot, and that's checkpoint 2, 3, and 5. So you can't ride your bikes to those. So once you've gone and got them on foot, you can come back, get your bikes, go back, and then you can start clearing any other points. Once again, you can clear the points in any order that you want, and they're all optional, so you don't have to go and get them if you don't want to either. Once you finish leg 1, you start leg 2, and so leg 2 is really the other side of Route 17. So you're only allowed to cross Route 17 at Turner Pond. We'll have a course marshal there. It's not a busy road. There's a really good straightaway there, really good sight lines, but you do have to cross that road. Follow the course marshal's directions. They'll be watching out for traffic for you. We can't stop traffic, so if there's traffic coming, you'll have to wait. And then you'll cross over to the east side of Route 17. You are not, once you've crossed over to the east side, you are not allowed to come back and get any more points on the west side, okay? So a good strategy is clear as many points as you think as you can, or all of them on the west side, and then start leg 2. So on leg 2, once again, there's some certain checkpoints, 13, 10, and 12 that you have to get on foot, and there's only one place you can drop your bikes, and that's at the bike drop. Once again, someone will be there to man it, and then you can get all the other points on bike. Some of the points have different point values. You can see on the side there's a list describing what the points are, how to get to them, and the points they're worth. so you may want to try and go and get the higher number of points if you don't think you have time to get the lower ones. There are areas that are out of bounds. In this particular race, it's Route 17. You're only allowed to cross it. You can't ride up and down it. And on the east side, there's an area by the horse barns that you're not allowed to ride, mainly because there may be a lot of people in that area, and we don't want people riding their bikes through there while people are backing trailers and those types of things. So just steer clear of that area. You'll see once you pick up checkpoint 9 on this map, you'll be able to take a footpath that doesn't take you anywhere near the horse barn. So do not please ride through that horse barn area. So you'll have a link today that takes you to those maps, which is kind of nice, so you can see exactly what you're getting yourself in for. Safety on the course, we just want to make sure that everyone's nice and safe. Look after each other out there. If you have any issues, everyone should have a cell phone. My number is on the rules of travel. You'll be able to call me and get in touch. And we'll have some other people out on the course. We have people stationed at both the bike drops that if you need assistance. So the goal is everyone have fun. We've got a whole range of different people who are coming out to do this race. We know some people who race all the time, and they're going to probably clear this course pretty quickly. We've got some people who are trying it for the very first time who, that's fantastic. Well, that's what these races are really geared towards. So come on out, try reading the maps, try and find your way around. For those families who are coming out here, you're going to have a lot of fun. There may be a couple of tears, but there's going to be lots of smiles when you guys all reach the finish line. So the parameters behind the family race are you have to finish within 3 hours. So any minute that you are over 3 hours, we start deducting points. 1 point every minute. So if you come back in 3 hours 17 minutes, you'll lose 17 points if you've been out on the course. And also for the adventure class, you guys have 4 hours, and the same thing happens. Every minute you will come back after 4 hours. We'll start deducting points. And once you're all back, around, I think we're scheduled for 2:30, 2:15, we'll do the awards for the family, and then around 3:15, we'll do the awards for the adventure class. So that's it. That's the end of kind of my pre-race brief. If you guys do have any questions, please post them to the comments. We're watching, and we'll reply to them. Once again, dress warm. It's not going to be particularly warm weather this weekend, so make sure you've got the right clothes when you come out. And with that, we're really looking forward to seeing you all this weekend. Once again, thank you very much to Sky Meadows State Park for hosting us. It's a great little park for us to come out and do this event at. So thanks very much, and we'll catch up with you all on Saturday.